Great. Good? Yeah. Can you hear me? Is it? Can you hear? Okay. Is it loud enough? Can everybody hear me? Yeah. All right, cool. Ushers, who are the ushers today? Come on up. We're going to do something different. I'll explain why we're passing this up. All right. So everybody needs to have one of these, including the grace. Did you pass those? Help me pass those out. All right. Thank you. Oh, wait. Thank you. All right, so why am I doing this? I don't know. Pastor and I had some conversations, and one of the things that we think we're kind of, let me just say this. This is going to be what we call the being real section and segment of the service. So what I want to do is basically walk you through, don't open them yet, please, thank you. Sorry, I didn't say that. Just pass them out for me. What I want to do is kind of walk you through some of my journey today. Today we're going to talk about tithing, which is a really fun topic. And I really understand that, and I really don't want to be up here, but I feel like there might be some things that help you, that help me, so that's what we're doing today. Okay? So, a couple things about tithing. Let me know when everybody's got one. And then make sure you have one, and I would like one. Make sure my daughter has one. Do you have one? Thank you. And I have one of them, so I can. Just make sure you have it. Here's. All right, awesome. Can you go sit down? And then I'll have you come back up. Thank you. You good? Everybody got one? All right. So I learned some things when I started studying tithing. Probably the most important thing that I learned is that tithing has nothing to do with money. Amen. Nothing. Okay. Open up your envelopes, please. This helped me really understand some things. So I'm going to share what I learned and why. So you'll find $10. This is a gift to you. Don't put it back in the offering plate. Let me finish what I'm talking about. So, $10, gift to you. You get to take most of it home with you today. Tithing is a tenth. This I learned from reading the Bible. It starts in Genesis. Tithing is not like whatever you have in your pocket, by the way. So we're talking about tithing, real tithing. And that's gifts and offerings, and I'm not saying you don't do those. I'm just focused on tithing now, okay? So tithing is a tenth. It starts in Genesis. It talks about that. Giving a tenth of whatever God gives you. And then, so take $1 out. I want you to look at the back above where it says 1. Can you read aloud what it says there? What does it say? In God we trust. Okay. That was one of the things that I did one day. And then I continued every time I took $1 out or any money out for a little while. I would look at that before I handed it over. To remind myself, that should be true. So, $1, okay. So, put aside that $1. What do we have left? $9. Okay. So, there's the Old Testament is where tithing came from, right from Genesis, the very beginning of time. There was also this thing that I thought happened, because somebody had told me, that Jesus said we didn't have to do it anymore. That's not true. Sorry. How did he answer when they tried to trick him and ask about giving to Caesar, give Caesar something? Like when they asked him about taxes, what did he say?
Caesar what is his.
Give to God what is God's and give to Caesar what is his. Okay. So he's telling us to pay our taxes. Right? So take $3 out, we're going to go with 30% for taxes. So it might be it's like in between these. Don't rip up $1 bill for me, okay? So just take those 3. Put those here. Now let me talk about this for a second. And I'm just walking you through my walk, right? Okay? So I took these and I went, so God's asking for this. Government's asking for this. What's wrong with this picture? Okay. Now, this is great, and we do need this because we have roads. and infrastructure, and all that stuff that this pays for. So I'm not saying this is bad. Furthering the kingdom of heaven, roads to drive on. He's only asking for a 10. Okay, I'll let you struggle with that. Okay. Now, we paid, God what is God, and we paid the government. What's the government's? What do we have left? 6. Where did we get the 6 from? So instead of focusing on the dollar that God's asking us for, I wonder if we should focus on the $6 that He gave us that we didn't earn. I don't know. That kind of stuck with me. That was one of those things that stuck with me. So, I also, oh, that's me. Sorry, new mic. I also put in there the passages. This is homework that I hope at least some of you do. This is for you to read. And here's the thing. Do this between the Sundays. Okay? Read these between the Sundays. It's very important. It was for me. I didn't get it. So the other thing I want to tell you about these is it's not one verse. Because you shouldn't just read one verse. Use context. I think you will find that if you read through these, you're going to maybe learn some things like I learned. In there, God says that you're robbing Him. He says that. It's an Malachi. And things like that. So anyway, there's bonus reading, which is the talents, which is kind of funny. We had that in Sunday school. So that's for this week. Now, we're going to be passing plates. Put in whatever you have already planned to put in, and I'm going to ask you to do this one thing. Put in $1 from the 10 that you have, and then have fun with the other 9 this week. Okay? Now some of you are going to be like, it's not mine, I'm going to give it all back. God doesn't ask for that, so don't do it today. All right? So there you go. That helped me a great deal in understanding it. Hopefully it helps you. I will tell you also, because this is the getting real part 2, I will tell you also that I told you to come down here. I just realized you're still up there. I'll give you your envelope. It'll be fine.
You know what's funny? I paid 15 extra today for something else that happened years and years and years ago. Mm-hmm. And I already got $9 return on that.
So the other interesting thing I want to tell you, this goes into the whole being real thing. It wasn't my call. And when I looked at it, I think at one point we did coins to illustrate this. We put coins like 10 cents and that kind of stuff, and God said, no, Scott. Not pennies. So, okay. Following that. The other thing that I will say, and I think I just kind of have to own this for you guys. I struggled with this. We all struggle with it. You know that money's talked about over 500 times in the Bible, where it's the actual focus? The interesting thing about it is it's one of the more talked about things, but it's never about money. Yeah. Ever. It's about your heart. I didn't get it until I started doing it. You will not understand it until you do it. So I'll give you a couple things that occurred for me. One of the things was I was asked to be in leadership in the church. And I didn't feel worthy of it, and I made sure that I started tithing before I said yes to it. That was a challenge that I had. Here's some of the other things, because we all have lives, we have things that get in the way of this, right? So, I've had 2 times in my life where we've lost at least, or around half of the income that we had. And I had kids that were young. My wife and I had the conversation, we can change it. This is after we started tithing. We could change this. And I went, no. And she looked at me and went, you're right. And I went, I don't know how, but I did it over. And the next job I had, we never had a need for anything, okay? One of the other things that I want to tell you is last year was not a good year.
not a good year all the way around.
But one of the things that happened last year that very few people know about is this. I was offered a great deal of money to move up and, let's say this way, life-changing money. To do something that I didn't feel that I should do. And the fact that I tithed allowed me not to have a focus on the money and to have my heart right. And I said no. I want you to hear this. I was offered life-changing money. I chose to change my life instead of take it. Amen. All right. Thank you. Oh, can you come up and take the offering? $1, just $1. Thank you.